What's going on, everybody? Tom here with Team Golden Age, back again with another Master Duel deck profile, courtesy of my friend Jay King. Who am I with today, and what did you do?
Alright, so my name is Alaya. So I got first place with my Brankit, pure Brankit deck. And yeah, I just lost once and then I managed to win every single game until I got first place.
Nice. How many players were in the event?
I mean, 22, I believe.
Yes, there was 22 players.
Pretty
Yeah,
solid. And
yeah,
so
and
show us
okay,
your list because it's obviously a little bit different than what a lot of people are currently seeing in the TCG.
yeah, like we are here with 40 cards, no adventure, and the other stuff. So, I guess I'm gonna just go over the current order, which is. Oh no, I'm gonna start with the Brankits and then the other staples. So, to start off, I'm playing three of every Brankit except for the Roxys. I'm playing two because I don't really want to draw it that much. So, three Fancies, three Dropsies, and three Lampsies, and lastly, two Roxys. And then for the other Branky cards, I'm playing three plays with one terraforming, and I also play one for one because this works as an extender alongside a starter. Because whenever, if my opponent uses Ash Blossom on any of my Brankies, I can just use one for one and keep doing my combos. So for the next cards, which are the hand traps, I'm playing three Veiler, three Maxi, three Ash Blossom, three Imperm. So pretty much 3, 9, 11, no, 3, 9. Yeah, 12 hand traps in total. It's a pretty good ratio. Uh, Sometimes I used to change the build a little bit and try to play 15 going second cards, but 12 is like the perfect number. Um, and I got every single game I drew at least two hand traps, which was pretty good. And then for the back row removal, I'm playing one Feather Duster and two Twin Twister because we don't have a side deck in this tournament. We do have best of three in the top cut, but I mean, with only three back row removals, it's good enough. You don't need too much more than that. And then for the other standards, I'm playing one Steam Fusion, one Thunder Dragon Fusion for the Anaconda, and then two Pandemonium alongside one Ranked Franks, which allows me to play around Nibiru sometimes. And for the last four cards, I'm playing two Goldby and two Cross Designated. I don't. I hate Ash Blossom and I also hate Maxi, which are the most represented hand traps in the entire tournament. So that's why I run these two. And then for the extra deck, I'm playing one Rocket Ride, one Water Washer, two Bottle because yeah, almost all of my games I managed to summon the two of them, so two is the perfect number. Two Link Spider. I play two because if I get Nibiru, I use the token to summon Link Spider, and then with pranks I can just make the other Link Spider and summon Berthe. And then for the last cards, I'm playing three Meow Meow, three Doodle Doodle Doo, one Bow Wow, one Berthe, the real MVP here, and Roaring Roster. Yeah, Roaring Roster. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire deck. I'm super happy with how it performed, and yeah, like my very first build, I was playing with Totally Awesome, which which I don't know. Nowadays, because of the existence of Nibiru, I want to make room for the Link Spiders, which is much better. And nowadays, I see Totally Awesome like a win more card more than anything else. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
What kind of matchups did you face along the way?
Let's see. I don't recall all of the matches, but I faced a lot of Sky Striker. Surprisingly, there were a lot. I mean, my first two matches, yeah, I remember. No, not matches. Like uh, my first two single elimination uh, rounds were Sky Strikers. And then I remember yeah, there was someone who was playing Speedroids, which was pretty good, but it was an easy matchup for me. And then I played against. Oh yeah, I remember. I played against the what was the name? Raid Raptors with the Rocket Engine, which pretty much it was a combo deck that summoned the Ultimate Falcon alongside the Rancon Machine, and then on my turn he tried to summon the DDD monster that negates every single card I play. But in this time I managed to stop his plays and I got my revenge because I lost to that deck last week. And then I don't thi- I don't think I yeah, I don't know the other matches, but uh, the finals I was against Sephra with 60 cards. It was like a Pendulum slash Hulky Fibrax Turbo kind of deck, and it was a pretty rough finals. I think the my final yeah my final game lasted more than 1 hour and 1 hour and a half.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was a pretty long match. But yeah, after a long grind, I managed to get to win game three. It was I not gonna lie, I won by pure luck because if I didn't top the bracket name, I wouldn't been able to summon Water Washer and go for game. So yeah, but it was a pretty good matchup nonetheless.
Yeah, it sounded like it was a pretty wide open and a lot of decks were represented.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a wide. There were a lot of different. Uh, a vast uh,
majority.
how do I say it? Variedad, variety of
Yeah,
decks.
a vast majority.
Yeah, yeah. There, I think the most representing decks were both Sky Striker and I
Prank
guess
kids.
Prankits. Oh yeah, I remember there was also a Synchro Eldritch deck, which was it was pretty scary. I thought I was gonna lose that game, but luckily someone beat that deck. I think someone else beat it. So yeah, I also got lucky because of that.
Yeah, I think the deck, yeah, the Eldritch Synchro, that was first place, but he got knocked out on the tops. Yeah, he was undefeated. Right.
Yeah, like I was so scared to face that deck in the finals.
But that's all I got, unless you want to add anything, John.
Oh no, you know, it was a pretty exciting. I did get to watch that last round, and that she was mentioning it was against because I have the deck list. It's a Zephyra Pendulum Synchro. Like it just I thought it wouldn't go off, but like after seeing it in action, man, it literally just kept
Yeah,
having gas and just kept going. That
it
was
was
a
so wild.
yeah, like it surprised me like by the like it didn't surprise me what went into the tournament. It surprised me what like topped. Like, cause like once they
Mm.
started going in, so like we had the dinos, we had two synchro decks, and then we had the lone prank kids, and but yeah, so how's your okay? Wait. So since the start of your entry of to the PGL League till now,
Yeah,
how has your experience been?
it has been pretty good actually. Like the very first time I entered the tournament, I got first place. Like I don't know, I felt so special. I guess I felt so happy also because as soon as I entered my very first competitive tournament. I got first place, and from there, it was, I don't know. It was I've been having a blast. Like, so fun, so well organized. I don't know. I just love this whole idea of making Master Duel tournaments.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, that's what I'm just trying to do. Just create a league and be able to give something back to the community and create like a competitive scene. Like, uh, how has your experience been between the free tournaments and the cash tournaments?
I guess I don't know. For the free tournaments, I think. I mean, it's just my opinion, but
Mhm.
like the free tournaments tend to have like people try different things. I mean, I also try a different deck other than Brankets. I remember playing Light Twins,
Yep,
and because it's a free tournament, right? So
yep,
you're not losing anything for just
exactly.
trying out something else. And because of that, I don't know. Sometimes the games can be a little bit sucky because if a rogue deck, for example, wins a lot of rounds and then in the last game they break or they don't have an out to a specific board, which is why a lot of people complain and wanted to have side deck. I don't know. Just because of that scenario, the free tournaments can be a little bit weird, but
Okay.
it's not a bad thing. It's just because of Master Rule as a whole.
Yeah, Master Duels gives you like a whole bunch of different varieties. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, if you asked if somebody was going to play Zephyrus, you know, Synchro Pendulum into a cash tournament, I would be like, yeah, you're crazy. No, nobody's going to do that.
yeah, because
And
we don't really have a specific meta. Like in the TCG, for example, there are a lot of crazy decks out there in Master Duel that could potentially top, which for some people it could be positive, but for me, I don't know. If I'm building my deck, I want to, I don't know, try to play specific hand traps, which I also have managed to craft 3 Ghost Bell,
yeah,
and I was debating if I wanted to play that specific hand trap to have more,
interactions with
I guess,
Eldritch.
yeah, because, and then I decided, nah, let's just keep with 3 Valor, 3 Imper, those ratios, because I wasn't sure what I was going to face, and it worked out just fine. But just because this mindset that the game puts you into of thinking that you don't know what you're going to face in
So
each
you got to have a
round.
general
So
out for everything.
yeah, it, that's for me. It's annoying, but I don't know. It's just a matter of time to. It could be fixed by having a ban list, and that will kind of fix it. I don't know, but other than that, yeah, it's good. And for the cash tournament, uh, it's great because it's cheap to enter, and also and like because you're using PayPal, it's easy. It's also easier to to just pay because some people might not know how the other wallets work.
Yeah,
Like PayPal is
electronics.
just the generic way to organize things.
Yeah, somebody was trying to pay me with the wallet actually, or you know, with the crypto and stuff. I was just like, okay, I'll try it, you know. And then they were like, I'll just do PayPal. So like, yeah. And then I mean, it also does like it helps out too because like we're getting people from all around the world. Like second place was from
Yeah,
Malaysia. And we had, but yeah, so like that. I mean, that does help out. Like getting a community from everywhere. Um, and okay, so talking about like a ban list, like um, what do you think that should like change for Master Duels in the future? Like a separate, like two separate ban lists, like one OCG, one TCG, because like I mean, so far
I
it's
guess
like it's just
yeah,
master duels.
that will work. Yeah, because I'm so used to playing the DCG, so having two separate ban lists, like we have, for example, on either Pro or Dueling Book, yeah, that will make things so much easier. Yeah, that would be yeah.
All right.
In my opinion, that will be just enough
Just
to
enough. All
fit.
right. Well, then let me just say this then. But so I think one of the things that have drawn people to Master Duels is just that it's not TCG or OCG, and like because it's its own thing. Do you think
Yeah,
that would hurt Master Duels if it was to go that route?
it depends because I'm fine with Master Duel having its own format, but the way things are going right now, I don't know. I just see that it will be so much easier to have two separate ban lists, but I don't know. It depends on what Konami does in the future. Like for example, having tournaments hosted by them, and they said that you will have a side deck, but the side deck will be your entire card pool. So it will be interesting to see how that goes.
Yes. Did you like the best of three?
Yeah, yeah. Like having best of three in the top cut at least gives me more. I guess you could say confidence
Or you?
that I
Yeah.
having that I have opportunities that in game two or game three I can choose whenever I want to go first or second. Like that's a big relief.
Yeah, and because one of the things I was talking with some of the people was like, hey, if I make it the best of three, but how? Like, I don't know if other organizers do where like it's supposed to be like the actual Yu-Gi-Oh rules where the loser decides if they they want to go first or not, and so I enforced that rule like the last second. I was like, okay, you know what? Before the tournament starts, like let's just say best of three,
I mean,
and
it
then you
makes
got to decide.
the matches more fair,
It
because
does, yes.
yeah,
All right.
because imagine losing because you get three times the coin toss and you lose the coin toss three times in a row and you are forced to go second every single time. Like that doesn't sound fun to me, and
Yeah,
I guess it doesn't sound fun to anyone else.
it'd be fine for me. I'd just be like, okay, I win. All right. So yeah. Um. Yeah. So the best of three was a good idea. I think that is something that I am gonna keep and all the for the future. So, uh, is receiving positive feedback. The only feedback that some people did not like is just that I didn't allow a side deck, but I was just like, look,
I
until
mean,
Konami actually says so, then I'll start doing implementing that too, like an official
yeah,
statement from
like
them.
having the best of three as it is right now, it's fine for me. Like it's as fair as it can get, and it also will save a lot of time because the tournament, this specific tournament lasted like more than 7 hours, almost
This one, I think we started at 2. I think we were done by like maybe 8, 9 o'clock. Yeah,
6, 7 hours, I guess. I mean, imagine if we also had to wait for people to have a side deck and every single round, like
yeah. It's like
that will
extra five
take.
minutes.
And and after I finished. I was done with the tournament. I was so burned out. I was so hungry. Like it took my whole day, the tournament. So if if we also add even more time for people to side deck, like
It
that
would,
would be so much for me. And
yeah,
there's also people that play during other time zones, and I remember someone in your chat saying that it was like 3
4,
a.m. or
3. Yeah,
something.
they started at like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Like that was crazy, man.
Yeah, one person was like, "It's 3 a.m." He was fighting this. He was fighting his sleep. He was just like because well, I mean that it was just decided. We do the Swiss rounds, we do that. It took just a little bit longer than we expected, and especially for the best of three, it took a bit longer. But I don't know how I can improve that because like the best of three, like people like it. People want a fair chance to be able to win because like you said, like if you just lose it's like you lose the coin toss and and then the amount of money that was in it, and people were
Yeah.
just like, so like it's like give and take, you know, like maybe you have to like maybe do like a 2 day event kind of thing, you know, maybe like a championship series that we do with the Team Golden Age.
That
Maybe.
would be really
Maybe.
cool though.
Um, but yeah, so
I mean, the more people sign up for
enter.
the tournament, that's end up gonna be inevitable. Like
Yep.
the tournaments are gonna be much longer the more people are in. So eventually, yeah, uh, I'm pretty sure eventually we will have 2 day tournaments.
Yeah, because the free ones are already showing that we can hit 60 people plus. So,
Yeah,
and if the prize pools and the sponsors keep coming, I eventually think that the cash tournaments are gonna probably they're gonna exceed that, you know. And I mean that would be a good thing, but yeah, it's possible that championship series coming on the way, and 2 day events probably. Uh, yeah. So it. I guess one my last question for you is gonna be like, is there anything that you see that could be improved on the league that you know that you would like to see a change in the future?
for now, I'm not entirely sure because as far as I know and as I can see as well, is that I don't know the tournaments have been going so smoothly. Uh, yeah, like the only thing that you could improve is like I don't know, uh, make instructions more clear, I guess, for people that don't really know how the tournaments work, because the only issue that I see during the tournaments is that when people sign up. They either don't show up at the event or they don't know how things work, which also delays the tournament and makes it last even longer because
Mm-hmm. Because first rounds are usually the most hectic.
yeah, because people are either uh, trying to figure out how to get in the tables, or if they have to wait until you
Announce.
say the round starts. Yeah,
Okay.
so
I mean, yeah,
the only
I could try
thing
making it better
you have
though.
to improve is the instructions that
I
you
tr-
give to people on how to run the tournament.
Yeah, I try to usually go live usually before like an hour before the tournament. I always ask but people never ask it. I'm just like, okay, well, if you don't tell me something's wrong, then I don't know how to fix it. So that I do try to tell people like actively, just tell me if something's wrong.
I guess
Um,
you could add something like a Q&A section where every single common question that everyone asks should be in there.
okay,
So
yeah,
that
I could
way,
definitely do that.
like everyone, whenever they have doubts or anything, they just go ahead and read that and everything gets clear,
Yep.
which
Oh,
also saves time for you because you don't have to go over every single person asking either the same thing or something else. So yeah.
okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Yeah. I will definitely try to work on that, and so that way I can improve the tournaments because that is like my overall goal is just to have a smooth tournament and just be able to have something that people enjoy. Yeah. So, is there anybody you want to shout out, or maybe you want to link to your socials?
Shout out to my mom that gave me the food before I passed out in the tournament.
Hey, mom came in clutch.
Yeah. No, I guess I'm good.
Okay.
That's it.
Anything from a word from our sponsors for today's video?
Nothing from us other than remember to like and subscribe, and I will make sure that all of John's socials are in the description if you want to join any of his events or watch his live streams.
Yep, and also they're on this video because they're all right there. But yes, thank you very much. So with that, we conclude the Master Duel Tournament number 11, first place winner, Aaliyah. And thank you also again to Team Golden Age for helping out with the sponsorship of the tournament to be able to give a better prize pool to the community. Thank you. And end.